Have you ever met someone who treats their birthday like just another Tuesday? No party, no countdown, no big deal? And you might wonder, wait, why don't they care? Before we dive in, quick question for you. Are you someone who celebrates your birthday big, or do you treat it like any normal day? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring the psychology behind everyday behaviors, make sure you're subscribed. Because here's what most people don't realize. When someone treats their birthday like a normal day, it's often not because they're boring or because they forgot. Psychologically, it can reveal a very rare mindset about identity, validation, and how they see time itself. And this is where it gets interesting. The first psychological idea is something called internal validation. Most birthdays are built around recognition. People celebrate you, post about you, call you, remind you that you matter. And there's nothing wrong with that. Humans naturally crave acknowledgement. But people who treat birthdays like normal days often don't rely heavily on external moments to feel valued. Their sense of identity doesn't spike once a year because someone brings a cake. But psychologically, their self-worth tends to be more constant, forkei. Instead of thinking, today is the day people appreciate me. Their mindset is closer to, my life doesn't need a special date to have meaning. In psychology, this is linked to something called stable self-concept. They don't need rituals to confirm who they are. And here's the surprising part. People with this mindset often experience less emotional highs and lows tied to social approval. Their sense of worth isn't tied to how many messages they receive at midnight. But that's only the first layer. The second psychological idea is how they perceive time. Most of us see birthdays as checkpoints, a reminder that another year has passed, another number added to our age. For some people, that reminder feels heavy. But psychologically, people who ignore birthday celebrations often see time differently. Instead of thinking in milestones, they think in continuity. Life, to them, isn't divided into yearly events. It's just one long unfolding story. And this is where it gets really fascinating. Studies in behavioral psychology show that people who focus less on symbolic milestones often feel less pressure about aging, because they're not mentally restarting the clock every year. To them, turning 27, 32, or 40 isn't a dramatic shift. It's just another day in the same life they were already living yesterday. No sudden identity update required. But there's one more psychological layer most people never notice. And it has to do with attention. Birthdays naturally put the spotlight on you. People ask questions. They focus on you. They celebrate you. For some personalities, that spotlight feels exciting, but for others, it feels unnecessary. People who treat birthdays casually often have a mindset that psychologists link to low ego centrality. In simple terms, they don't feel a strong need to be the center of the moment. They're often more comfortable when life flows normally, without ceremonies that suddenly make everything revolve around them. And ironically, these people can still deeply appreciate relationships and gratitude. They just don't need a calendar date to express it. Which leads to a fascinating realization. The way someone treats their birthday isn't really about cake, candles, or parties. It's about how they define meaning. Some people mark life through milestones, celebrations, and shared rituals. Others move through life quietly, measuring meaning in everyday moments instead of special occasions. Neither mindset is right or wrong. But if you're someone who treats birthdays like normal days, there's a good chance your brain sees life a little differently than most people. You may value consistency over celebration, identity over recognition, and meaning over milestones. And once you notice that, you start seeing how differently people experience the exact same day.